Hello everybody, it's Wednesday the 17th, I believe. Yeah. And I honestly meant to look into my YouTube video from last week to see where I kind of left off with everything I was talking about, but I have so much to talk about on the topic that I just kind of, if I overlap what I talked about last week, I don't really care because it's all having to do with the same topic, so it's not a big deal to me personally. If you you know, if you don't care about this, I'd be shocked because this is well, not I wouldn't be shocked. It would just be not offensive. It would just be like I just want to be more aware about like certain things because some people are really, really, really ignorant on the subject of bisexuality or just the LGBTQ community in general. And it's 2021. Wake the fuck up and just grasp the idea that maybe we don't have any effect on your life whatsoever, and that you can just fuck off if you don't, uh, don't agree, because we don't have any effect on your life. There's a lot of people out there that will argue like, you can be gay or like guys, but just don't do it around me. And it's like, that's not a thing, because that's like, there's millions of straight couples that are married everywhere. Do they have any effect on me? Nope, not at all, not a single bit. And or like on gay couple, like they don't have any effect. Like, it's the whole point of just saying like you can be gay just not in front of me is just stupid, because it's not like, we're gonna be making out and like fucking in front of people. Like, that's not what being gay is or being bisexual is. So like that whole argument just doesn't make any sense. And for people to be like, well, if you're gay, then you're automatically going to be attracted to me. It's like, dude, like, some people are just not my type. And being gay or bisexual does not mean that you're attracted to every single person. It means that you're having the ability to be like, if you're straight, does that mean you're attracted to every single female? Or if you're a male and you're straight, does that mean you're attracted to every single female? Like, no, that's that you have preferences, like personalities and different looks, different whatever. So it's the exact same thing for different sexualities, different sexual preferences, and it's just like, I just don't. There's just no sustenance to these arguments. And there's also like with people who say like oh my god, I can't even believe I'm about to say this on a YouTube video because I'm gonna get ripped to shreds in the comments by some Bible lovers, but I'm sorry, I just can't not bring it up. The people that bring up the Bible and say like, well, the Bible says that homosexuality is a sin. Well, it also says that if you plant two crops that are different next to each other, you should be stoned to death or whatever. And it says, if you're an adulterer, then you should be killed. Like, there's a whole bunch of different like things in the Bible that like, if you do them, you should be stoned to death, or you should be killed, or you should be hung in a public square. Like, it's like if you're gonna say that homosexuality is sin and what an abomination or whatever, then you have to say that every single part of the Bible is held to its truth, because you can't say that one thing is true and then all the other ones are just like, well, times have changed. Obviously, we don't do that. Well, then yes, then times have changed for that as well. Like, you can't hold a 2,000-year-old book to the same standards as today. Like, slavery has ended. Like, women can vote now. Like, things change over time, and for people to be like, well, the Bible says it, so we have to follow it, and that's 2,000 years ago. And like, we have progressed as a country from 100 years ago, from 150 years ago, and we can't progress as a world because the Bible isn't from America; it's from across the sea. For people to be like, we have to follow this book that was written 2,000 years ago, and we can't progress to now and be like, we can change some things. That's ridiculous. I don't like the argument that the Bible is the meaning of life. Ow! I just hit my garbage can with my finger. It's just like, that's the worst argument of all of this. That is the worst argument of all time. And for people who follow that to a T, you can go and read your Bible every night and then feel like an idiot because you're not following all the other things. Because you can't just pick out one thing from the Bible and be like, I'm going to follow this to the letter of the law, but ignore all the other things, or say that, you know, obviously if somebody cheats on somebody, we're not going to kill them. Like, well, then you can't say this other thing is like a law because you're ignoring all this other stuff. But like, it's just like, there's a clip from The West Wing. I don't want to get taken down or anything for copyright or whatever. I don't even know if that's a thing. But there's a clip from The West Wing. I'm going to read out what the title is. West Wing Bible. Go to YouTube. It's been viewed 1.5 million times. Go to YouTube and search West Wing Bible. So The West Wing is a TV show. It was on for like 12 years, I think, or something like that. It was on forever. Or maybe it was less than that. I don't know. But it was a great show. I actually watched a lot of it when it was like new at the time. And I think I was like 12 when it first came out. Or when it ended. Anyways, besides the point, just search on YouTube West Wing Bible lesson. Sure, go with that one. And watch the very first video. It's the very first video on there. It's literally West Wing Bible lesson, very first video. It's 3 minutes and 43 seconds long. Watch that one, especially if you're one of these Bible freaks, because yes, you're a freak if you follow this homosexuality is a sin to the letter of the Bible law, whatever. Watch that video, and you will feel like that woman that's sitting in the chair. You will feel like an idiot by the end of the video. Well, you might not feel like an idiot, because you might be a good person, and just this one thing about you is just a little cuckoo for coconuts. So just watch that video, because even if you don't follow this like Bible theory, or if you are of the LGBTQ community, watch that video, because that video, I have watched that video. I wish it could give you like stats on how many times you've watched a video on YouTube, because I probably watched that video 500 times. Because it came out 13 years ago, I probably watched it 500 times. It is an amazing video because it basically says all the points I just said. Like, well, if you play with, you know, the skin of a pig, you know, then you should be stoned to death in a public square. Like, that's what football players do every single Sunday for 16 weeks out of the year. So, like, you know, it's just like, it's a really interesting video because it picks apart like these Bible-loving freaks that say, like, you know, you have to follow the Bible to the law, but you don't follow everything. You just follow what you want to follow. And that's not what that is. Like, that's not a thing. Anyways, I'm getting really deep into this because, like I said, I have a lot of thoughts on this subject. So anyways, let me get past that one. Because just recently, I don't know if I took a screenshot of it or not. Probably not. Screenshot. Oh, why am I going into album? I'm going to screenshot it, idiot. I'm talking to myself, sorry. I figured you could figure that out because of who I am. Did I do it? No, I didn't. Alright, well, recently... Wait, did I? I know I'm wasting a lot of time in this video just trying to look up something. Nope, must have deleted it. Yeah, I deleted it. Okay, so anyways, I screenshotted something, but I must have deleted it. It was somebody who I was talking to recently who actually used the word bisexual, and the reason why he wouldn't date me. He said, you know, it's not healthy for me to be with a bisexual person right now. And I have seen that line come up so many times. I feel like there's an actual club of people who discriminate against bisexual people, because I have seen that, sorry to spit all over myself, because I have seen that line come up so many times in, like, quote-unquote breakup, like, not breakup, because we're not actually dating, but, like, in, like, dismissive messages why I won't be dated, in, like, that exact line, like, it's not healthy for me to be with a bisexual person right now, and I'm like, why right now, and why a bisexual person, like, and then, Ty, I'm not, if you watch this video, I'm not picking you out, I'm not calling you out by, I never call anybody out by last name, but I'm not picking you out because you're an asshole, like, I'm still friends with you, you're still my brother, like, don't, shut up, just not picking you out because you're an asshole. I'm picking you out as an example because you are an example. So don't shoot the messenger. It's just facts, okay? So just shut up and don't rip me apart. I know I'm gonna get a message from him if you watch this video. He's gonna be like, how dare you call me out? Like, I didn't call you out by last name, so fuck off. But he's a friend of mine. He's still a friend of mine. And he and I had gone back and forth. He and I have been friends for like 10 years now. I want to say it's been 10 years. We met on a really shady website. Not even gonna mention what it is because I don't want anybody else to find it. It's changed names like 7 times because I think they keep getting into like lawsuits and stuff because of how shady it is. It's like Facebook for like, but like it's just a really shady website. I did meet quite a few friends on there. I mean, I met him. I met my friend Chris, who I visited in North Carolina a few years ago. I've met some cool people on there, but it was a really shady website. But oh my god, now I'm losing my train of thought. So anyways, I met Ty through there, and he and I have been like really close since, and we've gone through some really rough shit together, and we've grown really close. We're like brothers now. Which also makes this kind of creepy. But like, I mean, now we've bonded over his disconnect over this issue. So now we're like brothers because he won't date a bisexual person. I forgot his reasoning. I think it was like that he suspects that I'll cheat because I am bisexual. Like it's that's the most common stereotype is that like because I'm able to be attracted to both genders, it's like, well, if I'm with a guy, then I'm gonna be attracted to a girl at the same time, and it's just that's not how this works. Like that's just I have the ability to be able to be attracted to either sex. It doesn't mean that I'm going to cheat. It doesn't mean that I'm going to be attracted to both genders at the same time. That's not how this works. Like if I'm with one person and I feel an attraction for somebody else, that means that the attraction to that person is definitely not as strong as it could be. And I would probably just break up with that person because that bond obviously isn't strong enough to hold water. Like it's just not as strong as it could be. Like if I start to build up a connection with like another friend or somebody that I know that starts to get really strong, and I just can't and it becomes like this not irresistible urge, but like if it becomes like more than friends, like I just break it off with the person I'm with and go to them. But that's not because I'm like able to be attracted. Like it's not because I'm bisexual. It's just because that my relationship with them is stronger than the relationship that I'm with right now. Like, does that make sense? Like if you're straight and you're with a girl and like you're attracted to a different girl and that relationship becomes stronger, like as a friend and like more than a friend, you break it off with this person to be with this person, correct? It's the same thing, just I'm able to be with both sexes, so it's just not breaking up with a guy to be with another guy or a girl to be with another girl. It's breaking up with a guy to be with a girl or a girl to be with a guy. Like, it's just a weird scenario because I'm bisexual and I'm able to be attracted to both sexes. So it's the exact same concept as if you're straight and you're with a girl. If you're a guy and you're with a girl and you're attracted to a different one and you just break it off with this one to be with this one, it's the exact same thing, it's just with two different sexes. And that's what people don't understand is that, like, this is gonna sound shitty because I'm not a cheater, but you're just as likely to cheat as a bisexual person as a straight person. It doesn't matter what you are, you still have the exact same ability to cheat, because people are assholes. I am not. I have never cheated once in my life. I will never cheat ever in my life because I've been cheated on 7 times by 7 different people. And, well, I mean, like, I've been cheated by 7 different people. I've been cheated on in total, like, by those 7 different people, like, 40 times. It didn't feel good. I don't want to ever make somebody feel that bad. And it's just, like, saying that you want to be with someone who's bisexual because you have a feeling that they're going to cheat more than a straight person, that's not a thing. Or a gay person, that's not a thing. Like, they're just as likely to cheat than me. But I'm not gonna cheat because that's not the kind of person I am. Like, you're not seeing me as the person that I am, you're just seeing me as the sexual preference that I am. And that's bullshit. Like, that just makes me feel as less of a person. And for the people that say, like, bisexual people don't exist, you're basically telling me that I don't exist, and that makes me feel like less of a person. And that's what's been beating me down over the past 10 years that I've been out, is like people just telling me you don't exist because bi people don't exist. So obviously you're less of a person because you keep claiming that you're somebody that you're not. But oh my god, I almost just hit myself in the face. But this shirt is, you know, proof that I am owning who I am now. And I have a massive 3 foot by 5 foot bi pride flag over there that I can actually just kind of, well, my room is kind of messy, but just kind of shift this. See, massive flag right there. Sorry, my room's kind of messy. But you know, I own my shit now. I am proudly bisexual, and I'm not hiding it anymore. I'm not saying that I'm gay because I've been with more guys than girls. Like, it's just not, I'm not gay. Like, it's not being like, I'm not gay, damn it. Like, that's just not who I am. I'm bisexual. And I'm not more gay than straight because I'm preferable to men than women. I'm just happy to have been with more guys than girls. More so because girls don't like that I've been with guys. That's just kind of been my experience lately. But yeah, I mean, I have another lot of opinions to go on the subject, but I don't want to make another like 40-minute video because a lot of my videos lately have been really long. So I'm going to cut this video off right now. And just kind of say that, you know, bisexual people are not any more likely to cheat than a straight person or a gay person. So if you're in a relationship with somebody who is, if you're a guy in a relationship with a gay man, he is just as likely to cheat than if you're with a bisexual person. And that's not to say that I am a bad person, or that he's a bad person, or that whoever is a bad person. It's just that anybody is likely to cheat. Like, to say someone is more likely to cheat than somebody else is just, it's just not a thing. Or because of their sexual preference is not a thing. Now, if you get into a relationship with somebody who's polyamorous or polygamous, I don't, whatever the term is, I don't even know because I don't want to be with those people. Those people are definitely going to cheat because those people do not want to be in monogamous relationships with just one person. Or those people are more likely to cheat, like 100% more likely to cheat than a monogamous person. Because monogamous means one person, one man, one woman, just that person. The person you're with, that's the only person you want to be with. Polyamorous, polygamous, whatever. People only want to be in relationships with more than one person. So like thruples or quadruples or quintuples, whatever, however that works. Yeah, I am a monogamous male. I am a monogamous bisexual male. And, you know, I only want to be with one man or one woman at a time. But women just tend to just look at me and say, you've been with men? Ew. And men just tend to either look at me and say, you're bisexual, don't want to be with that because that's not the kind of person I want to be with, or I end up with a guy that's a complete dick or a crazy person. If you want to go way back to like 2 years ago, you can go back to my 4 worst first dates ever video. I think it's from like, I want to say it's from like July of 2019. That's a really funny video. That was actually probably one of my most fun videos to make, despite it being really embarrassing and awful to make. Just because I laughed so much in that video, because it was just, those were horrific first dates. All true, and I actually have one to add to that now. That happened like a year and a half ago, but I just never added it to the list that I'll tell you about in a future video. But that'll be it for this video. I will talk more about this topic next week because I have a lot more to say. But I'm really feeling like this is a good topic to talk about right now. Because I feel really strongly about what's going on, and I'm going to talk more about LGBTQ issues in general for the next several videos. And if there's a topic that you want me to talk about more than another one, please feel free to comment in the video, in the description, in the comments, dear God, or message me on Instagram or Snapchat or anything. Otherwise, see everybody next week. Just keep fighting, keep going, and tell someone you love them today. Friend, family, coworker, tell someone you love them, because life is way too short. And you know, my sister's friend is holding on right now, but just tell somebody you love them today. Please, 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 because you never know when your time is up. So just tell someone you love them. And bisexual people aren't gay or straight. They're great. Get it? Got it? Good. I'm terrible. Okay, bye everybody. See you next week.